Welcome back to Artistic Tuesday. I'm your host, Mikali, and we told you it's all about visual, performance, and spoken today. And we are on spoken word right now, and we still have Beyond Us in the building, and we have some visual arts for you as well. But first, we've got Kikete. Kikete, uko salama?
Niko salama na
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Unakaa vizuri sana.
Asante sana.
Hii ni scarf ama ni imekuja na t-shirt imeshikana hivi?
Tunazashikanisha na t-shirt, but it's a scarf now.
Are you a designer?
Actually, a brother of mine does this. He's called Neto Meal. He's a Ugandan, but my father had some time there also. So
great.
Yeah.
And the shells around your neck, are they like a signature? You can just sit up so that we can see.
Yeah,
that's like a signature. You always perform with those ones.
Yeah, these ones are from my grandfather. He gave them to me.
This particular one?
Yeah, these particular ones, yeah. So it's kind of, you know, it's just an ongoing tradition, let's say, of using words to impact societies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell us something little about yourself before we get into the performance.
Well, I'm a performing poet, and actually the news about the thing that I do, performance poetry, is that I'll be representing the country later in November at the Africa Cup of Slam Poetry.
Oh, that's
and,
huge.
Yeah, of course it's huge, but
that's really, really huge.
Yeah.
Was there like a competition happening here, or how did you get about this opportunity?
There was a year-long qualifying competition last year. It's called Poetry Slam Africa.
Yes.
It happens every year. So the winners usually would not go anywhere else beyond the country. But this time, 34 other countries are organizing an event in Chad so that the slam champions from those 34 countries will go over to Chad and compete for a continental crown.
My goodness, I have goosebumps, Yani. That's really, really nice. So the stage is yours, Kikete. Right.
So they say that all I've got, the man in the sky, he gave it. And all I don't, the thing is to pray, you'll have it. Maybe. Or maybe science is right. I don't know the half of that. But I don't claim to have done it by right or purely by might. Nah, I ain't that naive or prideful. I know my mama nursed me. And my papa, he taught me. The pioneers inspired me. And the sun came out from behind the sea to shine a path for me. But I had to choose to see with every look of my eyes and make them baby steps on my feet and even crawl on my knees when they tried to make nightmares of my dreams. Because even talent, it's just that, latent potential. Having a spark is great, but what's the use of matches when you're too lazy to light the fires? The cemeteries are filled with corpses of those who didn't take their chances. So I take these stages with the words of my pages, taming my butterflies with a dream of legacy. Maybe you will relate, or maybe you will hate. I can only give what I got. What the fuss is relevance? Trying to find myself in the wishes of everyone? They say, damn it down to grow your audience. Make a little dough, pleasing their senses. I say, come now, that's ridiculous. Why settle for adequate when you can rise to excellence? And I ain't in the Koinange business. Only need one in my audience, because I'm loyal to truth expressions. If it hurts, don't you hate the messages? Examine your tendencies, because while you may want all your change in coins, I value mine in hearts and minds. But I've got no illusions. I know these humans, they love their delusions, adapted to their oppressive systems, addicted to their television sessions, vicious in their pursuit of mansions. Absence of the noise is the silence of the grave, so keep the images flashing. Smoke and mirrors, turn the zeros to heroes. And that's how you get foxes elected, the chicken protectors, rat races, run, run, run from who you are, and suddenly at the finishing line, there you still are, the original line. You could be sleepwalking and think you're woke. You could be just comparing and think you're broke. So you depressed or just stressed out from all the trying to be something you're not. Me, I try to be true to who I am. What I am is more than you can see with your eyes, perceive with your ears. Should I hide how I am because in their ignorance they think the difference between them and I is a reason to discriminate? Nah, I'm a poet. I bear my soul to strangers. I feed my dreams to the dogs, crows, foxes, and vultures, and they make a meal of my conscience. Should I hide my emotions because I am a man? An African man? Nah, I'm an amphibian man. I bask on the rocks in the sunshine of my successes and swim with the fishes of my wishes. in the river of my tears, downstream to the sea of my ambitions. So you want a piece of me? Go ahead. I'm spicy. You won't even need to marinate me. All right, thank you.
No marination needed. Zero.
Yeah, well.
It's. I'd like to understand what happens in these competitions. Are there categories where, if you're speaking about a certain thing, there's a category for that, so you become a champion for that, or is it get in with whatever it is that you have, compete until you get to the top?
They actually have a theme,
Okay.
Pan-Africanism. But as you know, I mean, when you talk about Pan-Africanism, you can extrapolate that over a number of other social, cultural areas.
Okay.
For example, you talk about politics, there are people who talk about self-actualization, love, and all these sorts of things. So the idea of being a poet is that, you talk about the things you go through,
Yeah.
or the things that you believe, and we have opinions and ideas about lots of things, not just one particular thing in society, but we just use these words to express that. So the competition will just require you to write good material, and then we have it running over 5 days. So it's kind of like the World Cup, because we are 34 countries. It's like we're going to have groups, and then, the best 2 qualify into the round of 16, then the round of 8, then the semi, then the finals over something like 5 days. And then they are also going to have workshops and all these interactive sessions so that the artists can network, and hopefully we can, out of that, have some cross-country collaboration.
Have you gotten a chance to see what the other countries have to offer? Who their champions are and how they're performing? Have you gotten a chance? You're just going to experience it raw when you get there.
It's actually, I was in Uganda recently, and I met the Ugandan representative. He's really good. He had a show there. He's really good. And we saw the Ethiopian rep also. She's very good and also quite appealing to look at. And
you can say that again. I saw the match Ethiopia and Kenya.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the ladies were there just to look at the Ethiopian, players. But yeah, but there are a lot of also francophone guys.
Oh yeah.
So it's both English and French. I mean, guys are good. I mean, you wouldn't be a national champion if you didn't have something to offer. So that is the expectation, that we're going to have stiff competition. But more than just the hope to win the cup is, you can imagine interacting with fellow poets from Ghana and Nigeria and South Africa over something like 8 days. So it's going to be very useful even in helping me grow my craft. And as I said, we hope that these networks we can use to create opportunities for us to, I mean, why shouldn't we be going to perform in South Africa?
Why not?
Yeah, so if we have some contacts down there, we
then
can
you
say,
go down there. You have a show. I have a show in South Africa.
Yeah, I have a show in South Africa.
Which is totally amazing.
Yeah.
What can we do? When is this? When are you traveling? How can we support you as Kenyans? Because of course we are really, really proud of our people who, represent us in the world.
Yeah, actually, I made some efforts. On the 29th of last month, I had a show at the Goethe Institute. So we had, I did 98 minutes of material, uninterrupted.
Wow.
And I had a band of musicians, sax, violin, all these sorts of things. And it was a good show, and so we had some ticket sales to that, and we raised something like half of what we need. And so we are still, basically I'm just crowdfunding through individual overtures. I mean, I didn't want to do, I mean, I see a lot of need in this country. I mean, people go out and say, I have a medical need, I have all this sort of thing. So I didn't want to do something like was just too obviously a fundraiser.
You wanted to do your time.
I just wanted to do a show. Guys come, enjoy the show.
Great.
And your tickets will help me go over there.
Do you have another show that we can come to? How else can we help you raise the other
What
half?
you can do right now is you can M-Pesa me.
No, seriously.
Yeah. On a serious note, I mean, like we still need something like about 80,000 to go over there, because we are covering all our costs.
Okay.
I mean, we have to pay our ticket, and we have accommodation, and of course we don't want to live in a dungeon.
No.
But of course we are not going to live at the Ritz.
No, it's okay, even if it's the Ritz. So what number is that we can send money to?
Yeah, I have a phone number, obviously. Okay. It's 0729 915 080.
Say that again.
0729 915-080.
Beautiful.
So any support you send to that will be highly appreciated. And yeah, we need the support. It's just, I'm not the kind of guy who can go overly.
It's the first time that this is happening for us,
Yeah,
and
yes.
super proud of you
Thank you so
for
much.
representing our country. So if you're out there and you want to help in any way that you can, that is the number right there. Send some funds his way and let us support him as he goes out there to represent our country. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming through. Another piece.
Right.
This is your last piece, by the way, so better
right.
make it good. And you can stand. This is your stage.
Yeah, all right. So, our democracy is a sad farce, and I'm going to fuss about it. When blood must ink the ballot for the vote to count, it's broken. We've got to fix it. The longer we wait, the more we're sinking. But the boat's only leaking on the other side, so why should I be concerned? What happens when we capsize? Will it matter then who hits the water first? This ain't about the duality of our political persuasions. This is about the reality of the citizens' conditions. A man walks home to a hungry family because taxes are the new currency, and then his son dies from a treatable malady because now he can't afford a basic surgery. He's told what? Wait 5 years and vote in your homeboy. Education is the key, but when the teachers leave like fleas, how are the students expected to believe? My desperate sisters are on the streets of Koinange, chasing tricks, selling 1-minute pleasures for meals under dead lampposts. Too many dead souls on our roads. A father and a son, breadwinners, now on wheelchairs. A mother and her unborn, much too soon gone because the nurses stayed home. This is my country. Are we free because we've got a flag and a Pokomo lullaby we call an identity? Or is a little pride in the slave having him forget he's still in chains? Let's be honest here. We've got a system we've had since '63, and every 5 years, the very same faces promise the very same changes in new colors and slogans. We've limited ourselves to these choices, and the media has been paid to keep on hard the alternative voices, so we go around and round and round around the dazzling bright lights of the fat cat's politics, doing the very same things, and praying to good old blonde, blue-eyed Jesus for a difference. It's insane. It's like we're hooked on a drug. We need some rehab. Examine this. So where do the solutions go when the politician is elected? Because before he's a champion, the panacea to all poverty, joblessness, corruption. Soon as he's elected, someone must pay someone something for anything in everything. Fat fingers in the cookie jar, taking out 1 million, 2 million, amele, silly. Waziri anaiba bana, anapora mali ya umma na anashikwa istoshe ndani ya karakana na bado anakana, mwananchi anaandamana, waziri anakuwa gavana. Tumechoka bana. Pio Pinto was shot and we moved on. Mboya Kariuki was shot, and we moved on. That lawyer, Willie Kimani, who sought justice for those brutalized by the state's uniform bandits, he was tortured and shot, and we moved on. The past is past. I understand that. It's history. But why we gotta be futuristic with this mediocrity? Sending bullet-riddled little kids to the mortuary. Mama says, don't talk too loud, son. Please, they're gonna send the police. I say, no, mama, I won't live silent on my knees. Denial is a terrible disease. The truth is that the majority in this country are the minority priorities. The minority has convinced the majority that equity is an impossibility. And since the country is viewed from a slice the cake mentality and not the bake the cake necessity, limiting the number of people at the table becomes imperative to getting a bigger piece. That's the reasoning. But the tribals at the table pushing this narrative, they ain't theirs, our representatives. They're using us to justify their thievery. That's why it's so sad to see my people falling for these swine schemes every time, elevating our communities, our so-called disparities, when these are just diversities, the tributaries to the great river of our common purposes. Race, ethnicity, Islam, Christianity, these schisms blind us from our true essence. That nationhood, the stuff that's more than just lines and a map, it ain't about natural resources, it's about human relations. It grows from our connectedness, from experiencing each other, having a brother from another mother, a neighbor turned lover, nina kidogo tu bradenjo, harambe tujaze kibaba. Because the black in a flag, it means absence of all prejudice, and the white means all shades coming together for peace and love. So why we gotta bleed red again for the green of our land? I thought we were done with that. Wakati tulifukuza the white man, hata kama Mau Mau walichezwa their land rights. This isn't democracy, this is tribal profiling. And if you think the tribes are 42, 44, I got news for you. They're just 1 and 2. There's just the fat cats and then there's the chickens. The monkeys are the red-dressed woman in the matrix. Distractions. History imesemwa sana bana. Tunajirudia sana bana. You can't walk alone and be an achiever. never. You have to stand on another man's shoulders to see clearer vision ya twiga. Let's take a pause. We'll come back to that. Tukimaliza ugonjwa, umaskini na ujinga, come back to jadili ni kabila gani superior. Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Whoa. Asante sana Kikete. All the best in your endeavors later this year. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Kabisa? Kabisa? Mmeonaje tumsupport? We need to. How about some music now before tusiongee sana? Si Kikete amesema mingi. Lakini mingi nzuri. Okay, sawa, cool. So take it away. I'll be back.
We give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. We give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised, worthy to be praised, worthy to be praised, worthy to be praised. For you to be lifted high, all I really want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. All I really want is for you to be glorified, for you to be lifted high. Wastahilie Baba kupokea utukufu heshima. 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 Wastahili kwa rehema zako na neema zako nyingi, twakuabudu. Umeinuliwa juu ya viumbe vyote. vyote.
wastahili
Kwa rehema zako na neema zako nyingi,
twakuabudu.
umeinuliwa juu ya viumbe vyote.
Wastahili,
wastahili Baba,
kupokea utukufu, heshima. Wastahili,
One more time, say,
wastahili Baba, kupokea utukufu, heshima. Wastahili,
kwa rehema zako na neema zako nyingi,
twakuabudu.
umeinuliwa juu ya viumbe vyote.
Wastahili,
Kwa rehema zako na neema zako nyingi,
twakuabudu.
umeinuliwa juu ya viumbe vyote.
Wastahili,
wastahili Baba,
kupokea utukufu, heshima.
wastahili, say wastahili Baba,
Kupokea utukufu, heshima. Wastahili.
kwa nini wewe
Kwa nini wewe
unatupenda,
unatupenda?
Us, clearly, they are beyond us. How are you, Karinge? You good? Welcome to the show. No, you've been watching this show, Mikakule Chini. What do you think so far? Beyond us, wameweza? Wameweza sana.
It's been amazing.
It's been great.
Amazing voices.
Perfect. We're here because you are an amazing artist. And I'm just going to ask one question because I'm sure everybody's thinking about it. Karinge, ni mastaa peke yake utatengeneza? Au watu wengine wenye si mastaa? Kama wewe si celebu, sahau story ya kuchorwa na Karinge.
No. You see, the thing is, the reason why I was doing this portraiture, there was a project I started running in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called the Msanii Initiative Project for Patriotism. It's featuring the faces of Kenya, just to make people more patriotic about the country. So we have faces that show the true journey, say the true story of Kenya. You have people just like Julius Yego,
Yes.
like
I totally agree with this one. I'll show you a few that I don't agree with. About patriotism. But
Yeah.
anyway, continue.
yeah, what I think is these are people from different regions and all across the country, but they make this country great.
It's true.
Yeah, in different ways.
It's
Either
true.
in politics, either in sports.
In Hollywood.
Yeah, in Hollywood. You know. Yeah, so I wanted to just showcase to the country why people should be more patriotic about the country.
And the reason, the reasons, because these are the people who represent some of those things that they're doing that are different or propelling us.
Yeah, and it shows us that in future generations we're going to have people like them. Kids are coming up, and it's important that we just keep it together, because you see, we are looking at the future. It's because of the future of this country.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long ago was the Msanii Initiative?
it was like in 2016.
2016?
Yeah, before the elections.
Okay.
Sure, the portraits take a lot of time.
They take a lot of
I have
time.
more than this. I just came with a few.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this, though? You are really good. I have to say that. Really, really good. Like, and the most interesting thing is, we all know who these people are.
Yeah.
And they look exactly like you wouldn't guess. Ati, ni nani siko sure, pengine, you know exactly who this is. Pesaris, that is Lupita, that is Mike Sonko. So you'd definitely tell who it is. So how long have you been on this journey?
Well, for me, it's a talent I was born with. I used to draw some books when I was a kid in school. I just developed myself, because professionally I'm not like, I didn't go to school for art. Yeah, I did telecommunication. Yeah.
Wow.
I did telecommunication.
But then this was what was burning was burning you up inside.
Yeah,
The art, that art is it. Art is it for you.
Yeah, I have a passion for it because it's something I've been doing for a long time.
We are told to pursue those things that fire us up inside. We're taking
Yeah.
a very short commercial break and we'll be right back with you, Karinge. So we're going to be talking to you more about your artwork. And of course, we've got spoken word. And Beyond Us is still here with us. Talk to us on social media, KTN Life and Style on Facebook, KTN Life_Style on Twitter and Instagram. SMS is 22840. We'll be right back.